Well, I often get a question asked to me, that if Allah, He knows everything that will happen, which actually He does. If Allah knows every single thing that will happen, what I'm going to do tomorrow, what I'm going to do in the next second, what I'm thinking now, all the action I'm going to take in my life. If Allah knows this about me and every other person, then why has He put me on the dunya? I've got no choice. I mean, He knows what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that thing. Uh, the issue with this question is that people are assuming that Allah will force them to do something. Okay, that this is totally wrong. Allah will not force you to do anything. It's just that Allah knows that in a specific circumstance, this slave of mine will take this option. So if he's in a scenario where he can take two paths, Allah knows that this is the path he's going to take in that scenario. It's not that Allah's forced you to do this. That's not the case. That's incorrect to think that. Okay? Allah will not force you to do that. It's just that Allah knows what path you will take in a specific circumstance. And He knows that from His wisdom. That's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? That's Allah and He knows that. And the same way people will say then, if Allah knows that, then why has He created the dunya for? Why can't He just put us on the plane of resurrection and say, okay, you're going to heaven, you're going to hell? The reason for this is, I like to give a small example, is basically think of it as a football match. Okay? So you have a game of football happening, then there's two teams playing. I don't know, take your pick. Man United against Chelsea, for example. And before the game, the referee runs onto the pitch and the referee says, listen, I know that Man U will win this game 3-0. Okay? So there's no point playing the match. Give Man U 3 points and that's it. We're over and done with. We've saved 90 minutes of our time. What would happen in that scenario? The Man U players will be fine. They'll be running around cheering, yes, 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 we're going, we've won, etc., etc. And the Chelsea players, they're like, no, no, hang on, ref, how do you know this? We wouldn't do that in the match. We'd knock out Man United. We'd beat them. We'd score so many goals, etc., etc. This is unfair. How do you know? You ain't got a clue. Do you understand? Now apply this to the day of resurrection. If on the day of resurrection Allah gave you your book of deeds, He said, listen, in the dunya, if I put you there, I knew this is what you would do, now go to the hellfire. What would the people say? They're like, nah man, we wouldn't do anything like that. We wouldn't be doing this. I'd be in sujood 24/7. I wouldn't even leave the masjid. Do you understand? But so people going to paradise, they'll be fine. Alhamdulillah, they're going to paradise, that's fine. So the reason, even though Allah knows what's going to happen on the plane of resurrection, He knows whether we're going to heaven or whether we're going to hell. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that. Okay, nothing's hidden from Him. Okay, but the reason He puts us on this dunya is so when we're on the plane of resurrection, we know ourselves that yes, we actually did do this. Yep. So in that case, it's all apparent to you that yeah, we actually did do this, and this is the reward or the compensation that we're getting in return for our deeds and our actions. I hope that answers that question. Assalamu alaikum.